Hey boys and girls, how you doing today? Today we're going to do something a little different. So we usually play instruments in my class, right? We have bells, shakers, whistles, drums, guitars, pianos. We're going to switch gears a little bit. Instead of playing a real instrument, we're actually going to put this down and we're going to make our own instrument. Now I made a box drum here, all right? So if you take a look at my box drum, it's very simple. I just took a box, put paper on it, and I gave it some decorations, right? This is my favorite. I wonder why. See our G clef there for some of the older guys. All right, as well as our musical staff. So I'm going to teach you today how to make this box, this drum box, right? And you get some cool sounds out of this box, right? But we'll get that after we make it. We'll play some music, all right? So I'm going to put my drum box right here. And the first thing you're going to need to make a drum box is a box. Now I used a tissue box when I made this guy right here. So I have another tissue box that we can use right now. But if you don't have a tissue box, you can always use a cereal box. Frosted Flakes, they're great. Or, I know a lot of people are ordering stuff right now off the internet. So if you'd like, you can use an Amazon box. And my Amazon box right here. Right? And each size drum is going to give you a different sound. You can do many things to these drums. Right? You can add all sorts of decorations. If you want to put things inside, you can make them shake. It's up to you. That's the cool thing about making your instrument, is that you can kind of do whatever you would like to do. Now, I'm going to tell you, be honest with you, on my instrument, I actually messed up a couple times, but I feel that some of the things that you don't feel like you want to have on there end up being the coolest things. Like, I didn't know that this was going to come out like that. I just kind of went with it, and it's really cool. I love it. It's awesome. It's not what I planned on drawing there, but it looks very cool. So don't worry about it. Anything you make is going to be awesome. It's all about how you feel the music and you jam out, all right? So, there's our box. There's our box we're going to work with. Get rid of the Amazon box. Now, with this box, I decided to use some white computer paper. I covered it entirely, and that might be the best way to go, because after you're done with that, you can use some crayons, you can use some markers, and you can decorate this, make it look really cool. I thought, because I already have one that's already done like this, I thought that I would take another piece of paper, wrapping paper, which I have right here. Pretty cool. Some Avengers. And I'm going to actually wrap this box with my wrapping paper right here. Now I'm going to be honest with you, I was never very good at wrapping birthday presents. So bear with me. This should be cool. Put this aside. And let's wrap our tissue box. Okay, so we have one section of tissue box right here that's open, right? We want to make sure that we definitely wrap that. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to fold it in half. All right, I want it to fit the size of the box right here, or close enough. And I'm actually going to take some glue and I'm going to glue this piece of paper onto the center part of this box, just to give it a little bit more support. Because if we hit that with a drum, we don't want to rip the paper. I'm sorry, if we hit that with a stick, we don't want to rip the paper. So I'll put a little glue around the outside here. I bet you Sharon's going to love this. Doing art and music together. Oh boy. Get a lot of glue, nice glue there with my glue stick. Now I'm just going to take my folded piece of paper and stick it right over that hole and push down. It's okay if we don't get all the places, because we're going to put this paper on top of it also. This is just to keep it in place. Now once I did that, pushed it down, I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to put it in the middle of my wrapping paper. All right. Now I'm going to do my best to wrap, and I'm sorry, Mom, you know you never get a good wrapped birthday present, but it's all right. It's not about the wrapping paper, it's about what's inside. We want this to look nice though. So I'm going to try to wrap this the best I can. Now I can use glue if I want to hold this wrapping paper down, but instead I actually have some tape right here I'm going to use. So I'm just going to take a little tape, just put a little tape on the wrapping paper right there. Corners have always been my problem, but let's see how we do. I'm going to take that tape ahead of time, have it in my finger. And if you have trouble doing this, absolutely ask mom, dad, big brother, sister, Uncle Bob, Aunt Janine, whoever you want. All right? We're around my finger. It's all right. We'll get another piece. So I have my piece of tape. Holding that side up. I'm going to come back around, take this one. Saved it. Let's see if I can make that one work. Come up here. Maybe I used a little too much wrapping paper. It's all right. Put that on here. And now, I have a perfectly wrapped tissue box. I could stop there. And this would be cool. This would be a totally cool drum. I could take a stick, I could play it, I could play it with my hand, however I would want. I like to play it this way. Right? That sounds pretty cool. It's cool. You know, you made it. It's something which is always going to be cool because you made it. Now, I could stop right there, but I'm going to add one more thing. I have these Post-it notes that someone gave me a long time ago. And I thought I'd add a little bit more color. Because, I mean, I like Iron Man and Hulk and Thor and Spider-Man and all these guys. But I have to say, I like the color blue too. So I'm going to sneak in here. I'm going to get to the color blue that I have here. And these are little Post-it notes, so they might stick on their own. They might not. They're probably going to fall off. So what I like to do is I like to hit them up with a little bit of glue where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put this guy right here. So I put my Post-it note down. Here we go. I'm going to take another blue one because I like the color blue. And I want to put him right here. I'm actually going to do 4. I'm going to do one in each corner. Alright. Put the glue down for another one right here. See, I'm just putting the glue down with my glue stick. Gotta love glue sticks. And one more. Alright, now I could do that for all the sides if I wanted to. I'm going to hold off right now because of time. But take as much time as you would like, decorate this box, make it as cool as you would like it to be. If you want to keep it with the Avengers, maybe you have Minions, maybe you have Frozen, maybe you have plain white paper, which I think is actually the coolest. And like I said, that's what I used before. So here's my plain white paper again. We take a look. Now I'm going to play both of these because I have 2 box drums. Very fun. If you have one, you can make as many as you like. We have a little time on our hands, right? So I'm going to play my boxes. Now different boxes are going to give different sounds. These guys are probably going to be similar because they both are tissue boxes. But if I add my Amazon box up here, which I didn't finish yet, I know, but he's going to give me a little different sound, or just to have some more stuff to listen to. So here's my boxes. Now, I don't like to use drumsticks. Well, it's funny you say that. Like, I do like to use drumsticks, but because we're kind of going with the homemade theme, I picked up a couple of my wooden spoons that I have from the classroom. Now, yes, these are musical wooden spoons. In fact, they actually have drumsticks on the bottom. I'm a drummer. Someone gave them to me. So I figured I'd use them in this video because we are playing the drums, right? So I'm going to take my spoons. Now, you can play either side. You can play with the big side, or you can flip it over and you can play with the skinny side. I think the skinny side is a little easier to play with, but either one would work. So, 1, 2, 3.